Hey everybody, how's it going?
Pretty good. How are you, man?
All right.
All right, so we have ITNH on blue side and EFC on purple. So we see Nocturne ban immediately, followed by a Lucian ban from EFC. Warwick banned out as well.
Lucian, Nocturne and Warwick are just specifically targeted at ITNH, who has shown like ridiculous proficiency on both champions in the past, like carrying games pretty much entirely by himself. But he's also done that on pretty much every jungler that he's played so far. So we'll see how far banning them really goes.
We got an Udyr ban out as well, definitely targeted towards BNFX.
Yeah, mains crap. Mains Udyr almost entirely in solo queue.
And then a Yasuo ban. I suppose towards Beta Ray Bill. That is one of his most played champions, but I don't think I've seen him
I don't
play
think we
Yasuo.
pulled it. Yeah, we haven't say it play UPSL yet. That's interesting.
Interesting to see what this last one is. It might be Shabana, might be Kassadin. Not
Mm,
expecting that.
fair enough. Pretty solid standard band.
Yeah, that's true.
Um, the two big surprises, I guess. Well, three big surprises, I guess, are Braum, Nidalee, and Gragas, both of who are considered pretty much must bans in solo queue right now. All of who are making it through champion select in one piece if any of the team wants them.
I mean, we've seen Gragas top played a couple of times to varying levels of success. Not too many Nidalee
Yeah,
players except for AP Nidalee players, but that was before the rework. And then I don't know if anyone in UPSL actually plays Braum. So I'm excited to actually see a Braum game if that ever occurs. The play potential is real. So we see a Tristana lock in for Conservex. Not Caitlyn, but Conservex did actually do pretty well as Trist in previous games.
Trist is generally like a first pick ban champion in LCS right now, so that's a like very safe pick to go with. Her early game like super strong, and with Lucian banned out, I don't think anyone has like correspondingly stronger early game besides maybe Caitlyn, who have we seen come out from JJ Bray before? I think it's
Um,
generally
he's normally on like Jinx or Lucian.
Kate. I think yeah, Caitlyn. I think we've seen like Caitlyn, which is not.
It's definitely possible. Not too much variety in
Morgana
terms of
pick
AD
come. Yeah.
carries.
We've seen Sniemo pick out Morgana before, doing very well with it. Vi is something we haven't seen from Atine before, but I'm
You know,
sure
it,
he
it's
knows what he's doing
it's
on
it's
it.
very much his playstyle though, because he's less. He does like maybe one or two ganks pre
And
six,
he
but
just
once he hits six, he just
farms.
starts camping lanes. And he likes to go very damage heavy and then go tanky, and that fits with Vi's playstyle. So
Does
Vi
it
pick
out
is
to
actually
Trinity
very.
first? Okay.
We actually see a Shyvana lock in for VinFX, and then a Leona pickup for Nexilus. I don't
I don't
know.
know about Leona to Morgana, but I mean, I guess they don't want to really show their hand in any of their lanes and try and hope for a counter pick.
They also specifically wanted to order themselves this way so that the mid lane and top lane would have their picks last. So I don't know if it's necessarily that they wanted to pick up the pick like Leona before they picked their other lanes, but rather that they. Oh, sorry, that didn't make any sense. They wanted to pick their support before they picked their solo lanes. And you're right, you called it. JJ Bros on Caitlyn, and Nicholas 1024 picks up his Oriana.
He's played Oriana a bunch, to varying levels of success. His laning phase on Oriana hasn't been super solid, but he does have good team fighting. He gets those ults off mid late game, and that's what really matters when you're playing Oriana. He didn't. I guess he didn't want to pick Ari, his other mid champion, so early on, like before seeing what they have in mid because Oriana is just like a much safer default pick.
Oh, for sure. Difficult champ to play though. Oh, we see a Rise Lulu. Interesting.
La la. Rise has been a pretty popular champion in UPSL. We roam Beta Ray Bill, both playing a lot of it. I think this might have also been like to try and take it away from Beta Ray Bill in case he was going to go grab it last pick. But
I mean, we've seen Beta Ray Bill on a lot of Rise, but he had a very spectacular game as Jace last night. I think he went like 9-4 and like 15, but just dominated with his Jace performance in the mid to late game. And he's picking Jace again. At least that's what it seems.
Jace is like a strong pick against.
Oh, JK, Karma. Oh, Karma Jace, Karma Jace. It's like he's saying JK. We have seen the Karma pickup from Beta Ray Bill before, and that is... And he did utilize it very well, actually. Can't remember. I'm pretty sure he won. That was the game. Yeah, that was a game against your team, actually, Ben.
Yeah.
It might be the Lulu Karma matchup again, top lane. All right. So looks like both teams are loading in. So what are your thoughts on the team comps so far?
Well, I kind of like. All right. Purple team is just running like a very, very support-heavy composition. We've got Morgana, Oriana, and Karma, all with shields for the Caitlyn and Vi. So you're really gonna be counting on those two players to go and like focus to do really well. Whereas blue team is like a more balanced, spread out composition where Leona initiates, Shyvana goes in afterwards, and then you just count on the two APs to go and combo everything afterwards. And it's like a much more balanced playstyle, which is why I'm gonna go and like have to give the lead over to Suicide and Team Comp. Just because if either ITNH or JJ Bros gets shut down a little bit too much early on, they're not gonna have nearly like all those shields and buffs are not gonna have nearly as much effectiveness as if they would if both of them get ahead.
I think that's a fair assessment.
You?
VinFX is very much a split pusher though, so we might see a lot of 4v5 fights, which would actually put a huge advantage for purple side.
Are you in Law Nexus right now?
Yeah, I'm on Law Nexus. So we see Lulu with the Hybrid Pen AP page, very standard for Lulu, I believe.
Hey, so Multi-Hex just said that volume is extremely low.
My volume?
He said the volume in general. I'm not sure. Just like.
Who's Multi-Hex? Anyways, I'll try to increase my volume a bit.
Yeah, I turned my volume up a little bit too. We'll see if that made any difference. So Schneermo is always running this very odd rune page 1 just because he doesn't have all these runes. So he's got attack damage, critical chance, armor, and attack speed, as well as a standard magic resist, whatever. If I was on his team, I would honestly just gift him the set of runes because he does really well without them. So I think that someone should really just gift them to him.
Wait, sorry?
Schneermo, the Morgana, attack damage, critical chance, and attack speed.
Interesting. Yeah, so I guess what you're saying is just he doesn't necessarily have like that many rune pages and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting page. Might help with the... I'm just not going to comment on it. I mean, it's just like he doesn't have the rune, so it's unfortunate for him, but he seems to do well enough without them. Actually running 5-4-21 on support. So very utility heavy, some defense, and then just cooldown reduction and exposed weakness, which is actually a very good mastery for support. Otherwise, all the room pages, all the mastery pages at least, look very standard. Ooh, Beta Ray Bill going. Oh no, he's going with Karma. I'm sorry. I thought he was on Jace. So how do you think the lanes are going to go so far?
Well, Tristana Leona has one very strong all-in at level 2, and if they don't get that all-in, they're just going to sort of get bullied out by Morgana and Caitlyn. Caitlyn just has a super long range, gets to poke Tristana early on, and Morgana gets to shield anything that any harass that Tristana or Leona wants to put out. But Leona always has that ultimate post level 6 for really strong initiations and ganks, which is something that Shyvana really needs if she wants to go and succeed, because she doesn't have any CC of her own. So if Blue Side doesn't get that level 2 all in and get like a real advantage out of it, it's probably I see bot lane going over to purple side. As far as mid goes, Orianna has slightly stronger wave clear in the mid game. Lulu has slightly more mana issues early on, but once they both get their Athenes, then Lulu has an easier time applying ganks because her EQ combo is pretty much a guaranteed CC, whereas Orianna has to really try to go and force the ball onto someone.
That's fair.
And I think Karma should just lane bully out Ryze pre-6. After 6, Ryze can sort of one-shot waves with his ultimate, and once you get to that point, it's really hard to bully him because he just ults the wave, goes back, and comes back like 30 seconds later, and he just hasn't missed any creeps.
That's a good analysis. Yeah, Ryze has a very weak laning phase in general, so he gets bullied out by most people. The only people he bullies himself are like melee champs. Yeah.
Like, Ryze is a very odd laner because he either bullies really hard or gets bullied really hard. And we're in it. Let's go. Standard starts all around. Purple side hanging out one banana bush on their red side, and different positions on their blue side. Vin FX actually starting with a Doran's Blade for his jungle.
No undo button. He bought the wrong item. Oh, that's so unfortunate for him.
That's classic. And he says in all chat, no undo button. For those of you who haven't been paying attention, the undo button is currently disabled for this patch because Riot's coding is pretty solid. So
it's one-time material. Oh, we actually have a very aggressive invade from blue side.
30 seconds until minions
but
spawn.
purple side did ping that red buff, so I think they know that it's going down.
Very aggressive ward from Leona. Takes some damage, but she can either recall and sustain it off, or just heal it back herself.
There's no one back now. Okay, and it looks like blue side is trying to back up this.
Oh, wow.
Beta Ray Bill scouts with the Karma Q.
And he lands it. I'm not sure if they had vision beforehand or they just knew that.
I think that was an empowered Karma.
No, it wasn't. No eruption circle.
Force gets dropped all around. Woodley Cone Sacred. Looks like they're backing off. Purple side now moving into blue side red buff. They've scattered out 3 members up top. They know what's going on, and they're going to take the buff.
We've seen a lot of invades actually happen in the past, like.
Oh, geez, Nexialist. Nexialist barely dropped the word.
He's going to have to flash. Almost flashed into the Caitlyn Cultivar Peacemaker. Benefax starting with his blue buff. And looks like Vi is just going to start with ITNH's red buff and go for the steal. But purple side will have vision, but the Vi does not clear.
Toronto won't really care, I think. I don't think Vi is going to... Ooh, Vi doesn't clear that, so she doesn't have level 2 yet, which means that she will not be able to go and stop that red unless she walks there right now.
Yeah, she
And
knows.
She does watch.
Yeah, she has vision of the Shyvana, so she's gonna want to go for this. Shyvana's gonna drop really low, and but Vi,
Avoids the Beta Ray Bill.
good follow up from purple side, at least from Beta Ray Bill, and Oriana even going over just a bit late, but going there nonetheless. And good harass from fucking getting on to Oriana, but both mid laners is already half mana, and it's only been 3 minutes. Looks like Shyvana's just going to start with a 1 buff start. Or 1 buff, yeah, start. And that's
especially considering she started with a Doran's Blade.
Yeah, she's got a Doran's Blade. And it's also VinFX, who's a very farm heavy jungler. Like, way more farm heavy jungler than Athena. I'm interested to see how well or how good of a harass the Morgana can get off with her rune setup. JG's bro is actually.
Tristana and Leon actually have no pots already, so they've been
wow.
taking a lot of harass to get them in push up so far.
Well, I don't think Leona backed after the invade, so she probably had to use up all of her pots just to get back to about that level. And it looks like Athena is already coming in for a gank.
Spotted by a ward. Leona dropped it. Ooh. Leona
Sacrificing himself.
Oh wow.
Oh, good kill from Conservex, turning a bad situation to a better one, and he just lives from getting hit by the pulse of the Peacemaker.
He had 10 HP on that. 15.
Yeah, and it looks like Athena might.
He still has
have to
skill though.
flash.
He could bait that. That was very easily baitable. Oh wow. I really want to say calculator right there because damn, Athena just threw him with like 20 health. VinFX running around.
Oh, the ghost comes off, but he's not fast enough, unfortunately. Really you wanted the double buffs. But you're right, Conservex probably could have baited that. He had flash, he had heal. And I think blowing just either both, or even just, blowing both of those just for a double buff or Tristana in lane is worth.
Yeah, that was very good by Conservex. He turned like a bad situation into like an advantageous one for his team. He forced Caitlyn back, he killed Morgana, he forced Vi back as well, and he did all this in, like from losing game, which was huge. And he preserved both of his summoners as well. So now Morgana doesn't have them, and Kate doesn't have her flash.
Exhaust is actually still up for Leona.
Yeah.
Very smart on Exiles not to blow that during that game, knowing that he was gonna go down regardless, and exhaust would have just been wasted. And in terms of farm, everyone's more or less at the same level. Oriana is
just 12 CS up on Luger.
Oh, stream is really soft.
So we're getting told again that our stream is really quiet. So I'm turning up my microphone volume even further.
I don't know how to do that on a Mac. I'm just gonna talk louder. Right. Ooh, good damage.
Taking a lot of harass down bot. Leona's sitting on her Argon stacks. Using them to try and kill Tristana up a bit. Up top, Swords and Nyx actually out-trading Beta Ray Bill. He has slightly more CS than Karma, which is something that should never be happening. Karma is such a strong lane bully early on. VinFX comes around for the ganks, will be spotted. Beta Ray Bill just walks it out.
VinFX is just trying to catch up, and it's really hard, especially as a Shyvana who doesn't necessarily have gank potential. Ooh. That would have been a very aggressive Zenith Blade from Leona if she landed that, considering Tristana is just so low.
Sorry, what?
Oh, I was just saying, Nexilis almost, or try to get a Zenith Blade. Ooh! Nexilis taking so much damage just to preserve the wave. JJ Bros and J. Ooh, a gank from Lulu comes in. Tristan jumps in very aggressively. Exhaust goes on Caitlyn and they ignite. She falls to Tristana. Good gank.
Yeah, really good game.
You know, Purple side were playing very aggressively. They had 0 wards up, so very good on Lulu. Just relieve pressure for the bot lane.
Now, Orianna's trying to roam bot, but she will be spotted, and I don't think she's gonna get fast.
So it looks like Ryze is recalling, the bot lane is recalling. Ryze has his tier and catalyst. Very good timing, actually. Should help him trade and sustain better in lane. Tristana picking up some lifesteal and boots. And Vinifex actually going for the Feral Flare Shyvana.
Karma actually went B one time before Beta Raid for Swords and Nyx, but she did not use teleport, and neither did he. He knows that the lane's going to push to his tower anyways. There's no need for him to rush all the way back there. But Beta Ray Bill with an extra B and still not really pushing the lane was pretty unfortunate for him. Now
actually, that's the first back for Beta Ray Bill, I believe.
Yeah. No, for Swords and Nyx.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, confused too. Yeah, sorry.
Now that he's got his core items, he should really begin to, start punishing Beta Ray Bill. Or at least getting complete free farm on him.
I think he's a bit scared. I mean, Karma, you have to respect the Karma damage. Ooh, good damage from Swords and Nyx. Uses his ult, though.
Yeah,
push the wave a little bit.
His core item is just very, very strong.
Aggressive Zenith Blade from Leona jumps on the Kate. Kate actually has the flash. Triss flashes too, and the ult kills Kate. Wow, I was not expecting that damage.
Vinifex not even needing to show up. He goes to for absolutely nothing. It's pretty tragic. And they start the dragon immediately.
They're right on top of a ward, though. And Vinifex is dropping a bit low.
He's very low.
ITNH could try to get the dive.
ITNH wants this. He wants this real bad. Nicholas
wants to combo with the Orianna.
Teleport comes in.
Oh, Vinifex drops and Orianna gets double buffs, but Ryze teleports in. So they should actually still be able to get this dragon if they so choose. Karma has TP as well.
I don't think they want it because they don't have smite. Yeah, the Swords and Nyx teleport a little bit late. And now the Karma teleport coming in too. Swords and Nyx gets caught. Gets Lulu ulted.
Ooh, Swords and Nyx still getting good damage off though. Good zone potential from Orianna. Conserve X from the back.
Taken down though. A lot of damage coming down. Beta Ray Bill forced the flash. ITNH, wow, taken really low by
the MVP of this fight is Dragon.
Conserve X actually came in around and killed ITNH.
Oh, he just barely misses the Karma Q. And he gets a jump off. He's going to survive. And Exiles is going
trying
in.
To take down Dragon Vibe, so Swords and Nyx finishes off Morgana.
Swords and Nyx trying to do Dragon. Gets Dragon for his team.
Oh, wow. What even happened there?
Dragon is dealing so much damage to
Vinifex running around. He wants the ult. He gets the ult on Shyvana.
Tristana jumps in.
Jump. The Karma Q does, the power Q does so much damage. Oh, wow.
That was
a cluster.
Don't say it. I was gonna say it. I was gonna say it too, but I didn't want to say it. I was trying to think of some other word to say with cluster. That was a cluster bomb.
That was ridiculous. Oh my god. Everything about
aggressive flash Q from Funky Kitten gets the kill on Karma. Wow. Yeah, good on Funky Kitten to know the damage.
Conservex is seriously putting his team on his back right now.
He is so ballsy, and I'm loving it.
Also, I really like that Leona ult. It's like, even though there's no one else there to go really take advantage of it, she saw how low ITNH was and figured, well, even if this won't kill him, this will probably drive him off or force someone else to go and reshuffle and take aggro. And that dropped him low enough for Tristana to sneak up on him, ult him, and walk away with double buffs.
Gotta say, Purple side was just a bit too focused on zoning the other team that they didn't deal enough damage to Dragon for ITNH to take it down quickly enough.
So first Caitlyn died, and then so they figured that they should just go and rush Dragon. But then Shyvana died, so Purple side figured that they could rush Dragon. And then
oh, I love. Whoa, wow, sorry, we missed a gank top lane.
Brought down Swords and Nyx.
No ult from Vi actually, just straight up lands a Q and gets the damage off and
Karma got her
kills.
off, and that was all she wrote.
I always
Wow.
forget Karma has a snare.
Shyvana, Leona goes in to try and zone now with it.
Oh.
Pi coming around for Lulu.
JJ Bros is doing such a good job of utilizing his double buffs. Blows his heal to get closer, but forcing Conservex to blow his heal as well.
In mid lane, Atine and Orianna use both their ults on Funky Kitten, but Lulu's just such a hard target to gank. She just ulted herself and walked out of there. Gold leads slightly in favor of Purple side, even though they lost that dragon. They've been doing a slightly better job farming, and they have an extra kill to their name, which is where that. I think they also got a killing spree on Conservex.
Oh, for sure. They for sure got a killing spree. 500 gold killing spree. Although Conservex also got a 407 gold killing spree on Nicholas. Oh,
Leona really aggressive
play.
Zenith play.
Oh, yeah, that was questionable on his part.
Barely picks it up. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. Alright, so looking at the gold. Oh, wow, sorry. Triss gets exhausted, and then Morgana ult fizzles just from the jump. So, interesting play. I think the exhaust was a bit early.
Alright, so looking at individual players, Karma and Orianna both have about 4,000 gold, whereas their counterparts have like 3,800 gold each. And although Tristana is 5-1 and 1.
Oh, Funky Kitten, aggressive, trying to fight this up. So many fights happening. Looks like Morgana falls down. Benefax drops really low. Conservex probably gonna get this kill.
Jumps in. Gets the last
out.
Caitlyn.
Vi is there, gonna get a punch off.
He flashes out. And
the almost juke. Wow. Okay, sorry. Fight's going everywhere. There was a fight earlier. Lulu dropped to the Orianna, trying to poke her down. Didn't realize the Vi was there, and gets dropped by a Vi punch to the face. And then really good gank from VinFX. Drops the Morgana, drops the Caitlyn, but only one casualty actually. Conservex drops. I'm not sure, but I think Nexilus was dead prior to that. So overall, kind of even. I think the one extra kill for Purple side.
He's just putting all the eggs in the basket of Conservex though. He's the only one on their team, I think, who has more gold than their. I guess Leona does too, but he's the only one who really has a significant gold lead on his
counterpart,
yeah.
For sure. Actually, the junglers are about the same gold. And I think that's actually from the aggressive farming of VinFX.
18 CS up, but you also got Dragon, so
that is true. I forget about that. Oh, good damage from the Karma.
Actually putting out far more damage than I expected. I really thought this lane was going to start going in Ryze's favor after he got 2 core items, but I think that Dragon teleport where...
Oh, VinFX closing in on the Karma. Will he be able to stop the back? Stops the back, gets the auto attack off, but she's just so fast.
Thor's and Nyx wasn't there to go and really respond. He thought she got away, and then Nexilus actually got dropped into bot lane for gank.
Gank from Vi, uses her ult, drops both of them, and Dragon's up in 30 seconds, so they may actually be able to get this.
Both of them have timers on it, because both of them saw it, so Purple side will probably pick it up. They get bot tower too.
Wow, this is just slowly snowballing towards EFC. Vi actually used her sweeper on the Tribush. I'm hoping Morg... She has a sweeper, but doesn't have it available at the moment.
It's top, so that teleport would not be available for this Dragon fight. Beta Ray Bill still has his... That's where he wants to go.
Oh, good binding and ult from the Orianna.
Funky Kitten, though, just so slippery. Really hard to pin down.
Gotta hate that. Gotta hate the Lulu. Good Dragon from just the Caitlyn and the Vi, and which puts the gold up to be 24.3k for ITNH and 28.4k for EFC.
That's a 4,000 gold lead in favor of EFC, which is unfortunate, but you gotta remember that blue side also has Ryze, Shyvana, and Tristana, all of who are very strong late game champions.
Yeah, so I
don't know how much that gold difference really means at this point.
Oh, is this going to be a third tower that's get dropped?
Up top?
Zerbex balancing out the turrets, though.
Nexus really far advanced.
Yeah, I think he was just trying to hold the mini waves back.
Everyone's
That's
converging on
strategy.
bot, and I don't know if they're going to be getting away. I think Conservex will be able to go back, be out of it, but Nexus is probably going down.
He might be able to sacrifice himself. Oriana choosing a very poor path.
If he jukes this, he does juke this.
The Morgana ult.
Flash ults in for this. She's
He's so tanky. And while that happened, VinFX ganks top and kills Beta Ray Bill.
Definitely worth it for blue side there.
They drew 4 people bottom, and they should be able to answer with a tower top lane.
Pings are coming down on blue side second tier tower, but the mini wave was so far away they're not going to be able to respond to that. And Conservex picks up mid tower as well. Good going. I just want to note that Conservex, he hasn't been leveling up his E and W all the way for that lane bullying. He's actually got 4 levels in his quick shot right now. Which he jumps on Nicholas 1024.
Would this be killing him?
Nicholas flashes.
Oh, good ultimate! Stops Conservex, stops the aggression. Caitlyn ult kills the Lulu. Wow, what a fantastic Oriana ultimate.
Oriana flashed the Lulu Q. If she didn't do that, she would have been dead completely, which is absolutely huge. But I just want to note that Conservex has actually 4 levels in his rapid fire right now, so he's been pushing towers down a lot faster than you might expect him to.
That also increases his damage potential in fights, and he's been doing a large amount of damage in these fights. So that's, I think, good on his part. He knew he's going to do well, and he's skilled Trist appropriately.
So I know we talked about in pregame chat about ITNH and his very aggressive builds. I just want to point out he went Lizard Elder into Black Cleaver, and it seems like he's been getting away with it so far this game.
I'm wondering if we're going to see a Triforce coming up next. Or if he's
honestly, at this point, I would not even be surprised. He can build whatever he wants to in my opinion.
Yeah, he's getting very good Qs and ults off. Bolt Brick, that's what it's called. Okay. Minor skirmish in purple side jungle.
Pink side does clear out a They're looking for a fight, I think, but I don't know if they're gonna get it.
VinFX is actually the one still pushing bottom, not the Tristana.
Teleport up on both the top laners right now.
Soars and Nyx in a, I would say, worse position. It's harder for the Rise to split to clear the waves, and just so much damage coming out from the Karma.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm really surprised by this. I really did not imagine the match was going this way. Nexus tries to go and get a gank up on Nicholas, but will not land that Zenith blade that he needs. Lots of pings coming out all around. Towers are tied up right now.
All the outer turrets are out.
Dragons are tied up. Dragon up in 2 minutes. But the 6-kill lead and the farm advantage give purple side a 5,000 gold lead.
Oh wow, Caitlyn has 50 more farm than the Tristana. I was not expecting that.
Conservex just left lane and
just jump is down. So if the Vi wants to queue in again and then ult on the Trist, should be fine. Looks like Vi's actually shopping right now, probably in preparation for Dragon. Ooh, Nicholas in a very bad position, but
go skate away.
Yeah, a good command dissonance slows down the blue side.
Everything just on Conservex right now. Rise is still alone in that top lane. He wants to farm, not fight. Shyvana not quite tanky enough yet. Does have that Pharaoh Flare, but he has no MR, and purple side is running double AP. Everything right now is just on Conservex and his ability to kite and do damage from the back line.
I was gonna say, Sapphire was an interesting choice. Oh, the ult on Funky Kitten.
Ult goes on a Lulu.
Flashes, gets the ult off, is gonna survive. Oh, Caitlyn ults for no reason. So that's... Nope, just one ult.
VinFX just runs in.
He should be able to Dragon out. Oh, and he lands on a Cupcake trap. This is gonna be a Dragon though. 30 seconds actually, so they might be alright.
They have time to go heal if they want to.
They need to go heal right now though.
Not be up for the beginning of the Dragon fight though. VinFX knows he needs to go B. Sorcenix actually teleported in.
This is actually going to be a really important dragon fight. Both teams really want this, and well, I think whichever direction it goes, I think a Baron might actually be a possibility after it.
I don't understand how Caitlyn has so many more items it looks like than Tristana, even though they have about the same amount of effective gold.
It's the farm. There's 60. Oh wait.
No, they have the same amount of gold. Dragon comes up though.
Oh wow, you're right. I'm not sure.
Leona initiates into all five.
Very good Leona ult and team play. Karma gets, no, sorry, Morgana drops really low, doesn't get her ult off. Trist is just jumping and leapfrogging. The Orianna ult goes down, but not super effective, I think. Oh, Sorcinix flashes. Please low.
In effect.
Both teams are just really low.
Vi ult almost up. She's chasing for it. She's waiting for it.
Ooh, Lulu ult is back. Trades the junglers for each other. Trish jumps in. Oh, gets the kill on Caitlyn.
Huge crits.
Wow.
Wow, he got 3 huge crits there. That, statistically, that was like a 1 in what? Oh man, I want to say 30 chance with the way the Riot's game system works. He got all 3 crits that he needed. That was ridiculous.
And he only has 25% crit chance, so
he's the last man standing in that fight. But I think he got every single person on purple side, and that is a huge gold swing for him. He is now 1,500 gold ahead of Caitlyn.
And yeah, you're completely right on the item difference. I'm not sure where that occurred or how that occurred, but Tristana gonna get instantly buys a Phantom Dancer after that fight. But Caitlyn actually up ahead with another BF sword. So that was the dragon fight, but dragon actually didn't go down.
Dragon
you might see another dragon fight.
Every Bill up top does have teleport.
All the ults are up for both teams.
I really want to shout out Nexulus for having like really good pink ward coverage in general. I don't know, even though he got the Ruby Slice early, teleport.
Ooh, teleport coming in from Beta Ray Bill. This is going to be really interesting. Swords and Nyx drops instantly. Beta Ray Bill also really low. They're on Conserve X, but Funky Kitten drops down. Athene swinging back in. Conserve X dealing lots of damage in the background. Oh, he piggy jumps in! That was really questionable. And the ult goes down ace for purple side.
Oh.
Wow, this is... I want to say back and forth. The kill say it's in favor of purple side, but it feels very back and forth to me.
Yeah. Okay, so just looking at their team comps, right? Both of them are really relying on 2 main sources of initiation, Leona and Vi with Orianna Ball, and both sides can't get initiated on. Like right now, Ryze is still not that tanky. Lulu definitely not tanky. And Leona is probably the tankiest person on the team, and if they get past Leona to like the squishies, Ryze, Lulu, Tristana, they're not going to be winning these fights.
Funky Kitten taking so much damage trying to harass Orianna.
And they just really need to go and get those initiations themselves. Which, not happening so far. Like that one fight they got in Dragon, they were the ones who were aggressing. They got that good Leona initiation where she was by herself taking aggro for a little bit. But on that fight, Swords and Nyx just got instantly melted, and that was it. Conserve X, zoning Vi in the background, getting zoned by Vi.
Or pulling the Vi towards him, more likely.
Whatever your interpretation, but she couldn't finish her off, actually, which was huge. I think she canceled a few autos, which might have made a difference, but whatever the difference was.
I'm liking the fact that Conserve X is bottom pushing. He really needs this. Caitlyn's up 60 CS, and up a whole BF sword also. Actually, is Caitlyn building a BF sword? Or, sorry, BT? Bloodthirster?
Yeah. I've been seeing a lot of pros do it lately, because it gives, like...
Really good
I don't
shield.
even know why.
I think they buffed the shield.
He buffed the shield. It gives, like, a respectable amount of lifesteal, but...
So, Bloodthirster's, I mean, I feel like Bloodthirster's more about the sustain and the shielding that you can give into fights, and less so than the damage spike that you get when you purchase it before.
I remember, the whole point is that against like long range sieging mages or whatever, you get a little bit of extra shield, and which isn't like affected by siege or anything. It's just like not getting instantly melted by Zerath or Ziggs or whoever. Vinifex actually split pushing bot, and Purple Side knows that they want this initiation. ITNH a little bit in the front.
Yeah, I mean, he's not necessarily going full tank, but he's still one of their bigger tanks. So he's got zone potential.
Yeah, definitely.
He's going back, though, wants to join his team mid. Because it looks like Purple Side really wants to get this mid turret down, which is already at less than half health.
So goal lead 5,000 in favor of Purple Side, which means less and less as the game goes on. Rise is approaching strong status. His Cheer of the Gods is at 560 out of 750. The longer that goes on, the stronger he's going to get. Morgana actually gets caught out by herself. Morgana's forced.
Is that a flash from Morgana? Yes, it was.
Gatorade Bill, down bot, has no teleport. Nicholas doing what he can with the harass.
I don't know if this is a good idea of trying to get this turret with an Orianna still alive. She's got really good wave clear. And just good damage. And the Trist range.
Long range. Gonna try and do as much focus as he can.
It's like just sieging mid, which... Oh! The wards! I don't know if Vi's actually gonna go in for this. Good binding on Leona.
Conservex's red buff is actually down. If Purple Side wants to fight, this might be it. Goes over the...
Another aggressive cute vault breaker from...
Vinifex dropped really low.
Wait, not vault breaker.
Well, he's not like half health. It's not really low, but it's low enough that they're not going to want this fight.
Ooh. Vinifex actually recalling on a ward. This is really bad. Meat, as soon as he bags, ult on the Caitlyn. Funky Kitten drops instantly from Orianna ult and Caitlyn damage. Wow, and the Conservex binding on the Trist. Vinifex blocks it, and Conservex manages to live through lifesteal. Good ult, pushes people back. He's gonna drop. No, he jumps away again. Wow. Overall,
the lights
2
are
for 1.
Flashing, but it was only a 2 for 1, considering how bad that initiation was. Could have been so much worse, which is absolutely huge for Blue Side. I mean, they might lose 1 tower or so out of this, but like, that was looking like a Baron or an in-hit right there.
Conservex, I wouldn't be surprised if he just like jumps in on them.
And Vinifex is a really crucial tower tank. He got his home guards, he ran back to that fight immediately, got there in time to go tank the...
He could have ghosted back, so I'm gonna say he could have done better. Oh, wow!
Conservex jumps into ITNH.
ITNH cancels his back.
He wasn't canceled, he got jumped on.
I thought it felt like he canceled it. Ooh.
Nicholas 1124 chase. I think this could be a Baron. Both of them are really low. Both of them will probably have to go B. This is a Baron if they want it, but they're not going to see it.
I think they're doing the better decision of taking the mid tower. They really need this tower.
They're going to take mid and Dragon, I think.
Dragon, yeah, you're right. Oh, wow. The damage from Karma. He's got a Void Staff and a Death Cap.
I think it's really cute that the solo laners on Purple Side are building the exact same thing. It's like they're...
in the same spot, no less.
Yeah, I know. Actually, no, I take it back. That's a little bit like Spring.
Oh, very fast Dragon. Oh, will they be able to escape from this?
Yeah, they're gonna walk it.
They're kind of split, so it'd be really bad for Blue Side to fight right now.
I's falling to back. He can't initiate just yet. And that swings the gold lead to 4,000.
Not too bad, given the 10 kill differential. So, and looking at the CS, wow. CS disparity between Trist and Caitlyn is just growing ever wider.
But then Shyvana is 170 to Vi's 94.5, which is absolutely huge.
Not liking the fact that Vinifex is taking all the CS from Conservex, but I mean he does.
That's a Baron. That's a Baron.
And Blue Side senses this. Does Vinifex have a ward? Oh,
Vinifex
immediately just ults in. Funky Kitten dropped really low. Might have to ult herself. No, ults to Shyvana. Shyvana drops. Orianna only hits the rise. They're still doing Baron.
They're going for Baron. Taking Baron. Swords and Nyx.
Swords and Nyx drops. Funky Kitten's queuing in. Or has Vi even ulted yet? Yes, she has. Okay, so 2 people alive only. Funky Kitten still being chased. The binding just hits Funky Kitten. Conservex leaves with full health, but...
That was absolutely huge. Can we get a replay on that? Or is it still not correct? Let's go bring that back to.
So while you guys look for that, purple side actually takes down the inhibitor turret and the inhibitor. So very good, very big swing for purple side. And they're actually in a very interesting place, rotating bottom. They might actually get caught out here. Vi is not with them, and it looks like Vi is going to be taking the blue buff.
Every time the fight starts at 31, 35, 31, 36. Let's go jump back to current for now. But
Alright, so you can go do the replay.
alright. So everything's back. Let's go jump back to 31, 35. So they're starting it, and VinFX notices it. He's running in. He actually pops Ghost, I believe. Pops Ghost. He gets an ult onto two of them, and there's an immediate combo. But Nexulus only ults onto one person, Beta Ray Bill. And Conservax is just a little bit too far on the back to be doing that much damage. And without their front line there, even though Oriana only got one person, she zoned off Tristana with that ult, which is absolutely crucial. Alright, and we go back to live.
So nothing happening, more just both lanes just clearing lanes out. Looking at the items. Oh, interesting. Caitlyn actually chose, oh there we go, got the Bloodthirster finally, but actually chose to get Last Whisper before finishing her Bloodthirster. And so she's got 5 items, whereas Triss only has 4, including boots. But Triss actually has the Blade of the Rune King, so good sustain for her, good kiting potential as well, especially against the 5. We see Rise actually building up a Frozen Heart now. Does not complete his his Archangel staff yet, but he's really close to finishing, to upgrading that to Seraphim Grace. Oriana building more damage. So she's very squishy actually. So she could get taken down.
Morgana generally, she doesn't have an hourglass. I think she should probably get an hourglass. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but going very support utility, especially given the fact that Vi chose to go more damage.
Conservex gets nail blood binding.
Oh,
Oriana ulted
wow.
and melted even through the Dagger's Fall. That was huge. That was absolutely crucial. Nexulus tries to force some initiation, but it's not going to be enough.
Beta Ray Bill's not even here, so this was a 5v4. JJ Bro is doing good damage from the back. He gets VinFX right at the end of the Dragon fight. Wow. Good coordination from EFC.
Yeah, as soon as he got binded, Nicholas 124 just went in, got the whole combo off. Okay. That's like 4 items for Oriana.
You know, for these situations, I can't tell if Nexilus is either sacrificing himself or forcing to engage.
Yeah,
looks like this is going to be game, actually.
This is game. Both inhibitor towers go down. GG's come out. That is game.
This has been a fantastic game. And my spectator thing breaks, and I can't see the end screen.
That is good.
Yeah, no, that is.
Alright, so. Jeez. MVP votes. What do you think?
I think very easy for blue side. Definitely Conserve X. Funky Kitten, while his score doesn't necessarily reflect it, actually did a lot that game in my opinion. Pulled a lot of attention to himself mid lane and just managed to escape completely. And then Nexilus doing really well. Sometimes iffy Zenith Blades.
Nexilus was okay. Yeah. He didn't get those initiations off all the time. Some of it was also iffy, but like he had that one good fight by Dragon. That was huge, and he had that pretty good like laning phase, which was also really huge. But yeah, he just got iffy. I think at some point they started like getting desperate, and it started falling apart a little bit.
And then for purple side, this is hard. They just all played so well. They played out of their minds. Oriana with like fantastic ultimates.
really, really good ultimates all
Caitlyn
game
with
long.
excellent top-notch positioning and just like constantly dealing fantastic damage. Even the Morgana, very good bindings at times, and of course Athene's Vi, just like zoning people.
Like, I think every single time his ult was off cooldown, he got like a kill somewhere on the map, which is really crucial. Like I thought most of the lane matches were going to go the other way, but I think it really swung them around. And like VinFX, he got some ult ganks off when he ulted, but whenever his ult wasn't up, he was just off in his jungle farming. Whereas ITNH was like actively pressuring even when his ult wasn't up, and he was like putting pressure on lanes in a way that VinFX wasn't. We're gonna play fantastically, I thought. I didn't notice any clutch black shields or anything, but she got some pretty good ults off, even though her laning phase is a little bit suspect. But mid-game team fighting, really good bindings. Yeah, again, JJ Bros laning phase kind of suspect, but held a giant CS lead over Tristana. When Tristana went to roam mid to go and try and press the advantage there, he just stayed lane, just farmed it out, came out with like a couple items over Tristana, and she was out damaging Tristana the whole game. Beta Ray Bill, solid play.
Solid play. Like I wouldn't give him MVP, but he played and zoned the Rise completely.
He looks shut down Rise. I mean, it's a top laner. Like, no offense, but in this meta, top laners just don't do that much. Alright, so they finally deviated from their like a build a little bit. I just want to point that out. But
Oh yeah, I saw that. One decided to go more damage. One decided to go more safety. But I mean, you saw the damage from the Orianna. She had that extra needlessly large rod, and one dissonance and shockwave from the Orianna, more or less 100 to like 2% on the Tristana.
yeah, I'm gonna give my vote to Nicholas 1024 actually. Just for like the incredible like late game and mid game team fighting.
I'm gonna give
Like,
it to JJ
getting
Bros.
big ults off.
I actually really wanted.
Fair enough.
If I had 2 votes, I would give it to Nicholas as well, actually. But I think I'm gonna give it to JJ Bros. Just like phenomenal positioning and almost all the fights. As you said, his laning phase was a bit suspect, but then again, he was against Conservex and Exiles, who were very aggressive, and with the Leona as well. So tough lane for him.
I think JJ Rose was like consistently the last person to go down in fights too. Or, like,
Oh yeah.
Like just so far away from everything else. It was really good positioning. I don't know. What do you think Blue Side should have done better?
Oh, that's tough. I think the invade definitely hurt VinFX a lot, so he couldn't get himself steamrolling until a bit later. So he
Also,
couldn't get 6 fast enough.
The stupid Doran's Blade by.
Yeah, the undo Riot programming MVP. Yeah, the Doran's Blade. Yeah, that was just really awful. So he got really far behind in the very beginning. But in terms of like what they could have done,
So I think these like super farm heavy junglers are going like slightly out of style. Like we've seen a couple teams try and play it, but
I mean,
speaking,
so it might have gone all right, but it really depends who you choose as your laners. I don't think he should have been taking. I don't think he should have taken farm away from Tristana. You might want to like trade the farm from like a mid lane or a top lane to VinFX, like if you choose, or to the jungler rather, if you choose to use a farm heavy jungler. But Rise is very farm dependent. Lulu was actually trading her farm to Trist, so that sort of worked out, but they were both kind of splitting the farm. So I think if Conservex kind of got the farm and like got his items sooner, it might have helped. He actually got a scrying orb. I just noticed that.
yeah, I think that's pretty good.
But I don't know. It's like I think it was just better coordination from Purple side overall in the fights, or at least in the
They held the gold
rotations.
advantage down for like a while though. It was like at a pretty even level. They weren't like really making too much out of it. But then I think there was like that one dragon fight where they got initiated on. It was just like a 4 for row, 5 for row ace. I think that was like what really swung it around.
It's like a coordination thing. So purple side just constantly moved in like packs of 4 or 5, and that really helped them win fights by just having better overall coordination on specific targets.
I think blue side, mid and top, especially could have had like slightly better ward coverage. I remember next to us like had a ton of pink wards, like a ton of wards then at all times, but like the top side of the map seemed kind of sparse with wards usually. But
Yeah.
I think it just comes down to like coordination and
Maybe mechanics.
maybe mechanics a little bit. I think mostly coordination.
Yeah, but very good game from both
Yeah.
teams. Very strong showing from both, actually. Regardless
GG
of what the turnout was. Yeah, it's a GG. So that was actually a really fun game to cast. I'm Jeff Leopold, the fifth
Oh
sheet.
wait, time out. One last thing before I say.
Okay.
If you're on the UPenn Facebook page, we're discussing running a mystery skin tournament where the format will be people sign up for it, they get randomly placed into teams, and at the beginning of each round, everyone gets a mystery skin, and they have to play with that mystery skin. And then teams that move on keep getting more skins, and they keep playing at whatever those skins are. And info for it is on the UPenn League of Legends page. Check that out if you're interested.